Richard Carter had everything: a multi-million-dollar tech empire, a lavish home, and a wife who had supported him since his struggling startup days. But comfort bred boredom, and when Vanessa Blake walked into his office as his new assistant, temptation followed. She was sharp, alluring, and confident, with a quiet intensity that made her stand out from the others. Richard was drawn to her like a moth to a flame. She played the role of the perfect assistant, always anticipating his needs, laughing at his jokes, and giving him the kind of admiration his wife, Lisa, had long since stopped showing. The affair started with stolen glances, then a lingering touch, then an after-hours meeting that turned into something more. Vanessa was unlike any woman Richard had ever been with. She made him feel powerful, invincible, but he was playing a game he didn't realize he had already lost. Richard was careful, or so he thought. But Lisa, a former investigative journalist, had always been too smart for her own good. She noticed the subtle changes: his newfound enthusiasm for late nights at the office, the extra care in his appearance, the scent of unfamiliar perfume on his suits. Lisa wasn't the kind of woman to cry in silence. She started digging, quietly observing. What she found unsettled her. Vanessa wasn't just an ambitious assistant. There was something off about her, something almost too calculated about the way she had positioned herself. Meanwhile, Richard's world started to shift. Confidential company files went missing. An important investor pulled out unexpectedly. A competitor launched a suspiciously similar product ahead of schedule. At first, he didn't connect the dots. He was too busy indulging in Vanessa. One evening, Richard received a text from an unknown number. Tar. I know what you're doing. Pay up or Lisa finds out everything. Panic set in. He tried to call the number back. No response. Vanessa noticed his tension. Something wrong? She asked, feigning concern. No, Richard lied. But his mind raced. Was this a setup? Was someone watching him? He scrambled to find a way out, even as the walls began closing in. Then came the biggest blow. The media exploded with a scandal. Not about his affair, but about insider trading and financial fraud at his company. The accusations were damning, and Richard was named as the mastermind. He hadn't done any of it, but someone had made sure all the evidence pointed directly to him. Lisa watched everything unfold with icy detachment. She wasn't the devastated wife. She was the hunter waiting for her prey to realize it had been caught. Richard confronted Vanessa. Did you do this? She tilted her head, her lips curling into a knowing smile. Do what, Richard? It hit him like a freight train. He had been manipulated from the start. Vanessa hadn't fallen for him. She had played him. Lisa's research had already uncovered the truth. Vanessa Blake wasn't who she claimed to be. She was the daughter of a man Richard had ruthlessly pushed out of the industry years ago, leaving her family bankrupt. She had spent years planning her revenge, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. You destroyed my father's career, Vanessa said coldly. You didn't even remember him, but I did. Before Richard could respond, security entered his office. The authorities had arrived. The trial was swift. With damning evidence stacked against him, Richard lost everything: his company, his wealth, his reputation. The betrayal cut deepest when Lisa refused to stand by him. You think I didn't know? She said when he begged her to believe him. You threw away our marriage for a woman who destroyed you. I could have helped you, Richard, but I don't help liars. She filed for divorce the next day, taking half of everything he had left. Vanessa disappeared, her mission complete, leaving Richard alone in his disgrace. How do you feel about what happened in this story? Was Lisa right to refuse to stand by Richard? Did Richard deserve what happened to him? Was Vanessa wrong to take revenge like she did? Let us know what you think in the comments. As always, if you enjoy this type of story, then like, subscribe, and switch on notifications to encourage us to produce more.